Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you can hear us here. We're just getting everything set up here on stream 2, the magical stream.
Savage,
Thanks, Red Eye, and of course the players, as always, having a lot of fun with the in-game sounds on the chat room. I'm EPICENTER. I'm here with Purge. Purge, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Excited to cover the game. We are in stream. Well, technically we're watching Group A.
We're watching Group A.
But we are stream B.
We are stream B.
Stream 2.
Technically, because it's EPICENTER_EN2, in case you weren't watching, which you might not be if you're in-game. Hopefully you can hear us in-game. Be sure to tweet all your technical issues at Purge, and he will address them.
Pay
I mean, actually,
attention
you've got your Twitter, Purge.
True.
If there are any major issues with the stream, that is the best way to let us know, as we can check it out. But it should be fine. Audio levels are bumping. Everything is flashing. Purge is on production as well, so get ready for some thanks Purge production value, as he will be operating this up. We've got stats, we've got everything. We've got incredible stuff that you're going to love. Stuff that doesn't normally hit stream 2. Normally it's only on the stream 1, so you're in for a treat for this. But we're going to enjoy this as well, because this is the only series we'll be covering here today. There's 2 series obviously on at the same time. VP versus Clutch Gamers is on the main stream, but if, you know, you're a proper Dota fan, you're going to be watching this one. It's OG versus LGD.FY. I'm excited to see LGD.FY. I've not got to see a lot of them. OG, of course, everyone is going to know the state. But it should be interesting. And new tournament, new land, new meta. And here we go already. Opening picks. Shadow Shaman. You're a Shadow Shaman kind of guy, aren't you, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm fairly into it. He's got a lot of disables. I saw, who was it? Effing Mad playing mid a couple weeks ago. And he went like all movement speed.
Yeah.
No, he went like all movement speed.
Okay.
He went like Tranquils, Drum, Yules, something weird. I don't think we'll see it like that, but you never know. Maybe he was testing some things out for OG here.
Is he here? Do we know? I know he missed Manila Masters. I think he is here, didn't he? Tweeted. So he is with them at this land.
I would assume so. I have not seen them.
I'm sure he'd
so
turn up for this. You don't miss EPICENTER. You really don't.
Yeah, definitely not. This is down to the tournament you want to skip.
Absolutely.
So not too weird picks. Crystal Maiden's still really popular. She's 275 movement speed, which kind of makes sense. She's a very small, short hero. Tiny legs.
It does.
How can you run fast?
You know, thematic. You know, everything in Dota makes sense until that. You know, it did, but it didn't when we had the incorrect movements. Now it's perfect.
Yeah, it's true. Except for the flying things and the gyrocopter somehow can put out enough vertical movement. There's really
that
there's
is
not
true.
Enough, there's not enough
that is
thrust
something
there.
that we've all thought about when we've looked at Gyro's
Night Stalker
machine.
can fly all of a sudden.
I was going to talk about flying. And that, I mean, I'm not surprised he's first pick, because surely that is incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
that
so
buff
good right
was
now.
insane.
It's like you have an Ags whenever you want to use it, but it only works for like 2 seconds, but still works. That's pretty OP. Very good at roaming. Has very high base armor. He's got the most boring talents known to man, but other than that, great hero. Silence is very effective as well. It's going to be good against Terrorblade there if you can catch the right one.
And he's ridiculously tanky as well in the laning stage, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. Very good at trading. Just a little slow, but once it's nighttime, he's going to be really effective.
And very good against the Terrorblade, I guess. I mean, before he has that Manta, he is a nightmare for the TB. Terrorblade is squishy, and he's got no way to play his way out of the ridiculous length of silence. What's it at nighttime? So, 8 seconds. So, yeah, the strongest, well, I guess not the strongest silence in the game. How long's Techie's silence? Similar,
6 or something?
Oh, so stronger than Techie's.
Crippling Fear is way better.
Stronger than
12?
Suicide. There we go.
8-second duration, dude.
Yeah, 8 seconds. That's the...
It's not Suicide, it's called Blast Off, I believe. Completely different.
Is it called Blast Off?
Yes. It's not about killing yourself
Do you know
anymore.
what else is Blast Off?
Doing something dangerous.
Did you ever watch Jimmy Neutron?
That was a little bit too young for me.
Too young for you?
Yeah, I was in like middle school. That was like children's crap.
Yeah, you were blasting someone else off, yeah.
Beast Wars? You ever watch Beast Wars?
What the hell is Beast Wars?
That's like Transformers, basically.
But with beasts? What, like animals that
they landed on a planet. It was like old Earth, and the only thing to like transform into was like animals. Pretty baller. Good series, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched it in forever. Maybe
I've never heard of Beast Wars. It sounds like some kind of website that would be banned.
You just keep bringing up this. Are you trying to get fired day one?
What? Trying to bring up what?
That's the second innuendo you've dropped already.
I'm not dropping anything.
You want to drop something about Bristleback's nasal goo?
That isn't sexual in any way, Kevin.
Could be.
It's nasal goo.
Is
not a thing.
Goo?
That is not a thing, Kevin. Well, here we have it indeed. Bristleback, and interesting. So Bristleback, obviously a very, very strong hero.
Right now, yeah.
I'm looking at that. The Terrorblade, I guess. doesn't care too much about the bristle because you have high armor, or are you still squishy enough that
you have to worry? You don't have to worry about dying as much, but that doesn't mean you can control Bristleback and kill him. Because if he just turns around, he's going to be killing your illusions really fast. That's still going to be a big factor, and not to mention killing your squishy supports like Shadow Shaman. So it could be a little scary, but it's just really popular right now. You just throw it in the front, let him take the damage, and it's easier to play your team fight around it. So that's most of the value. People have been playing it off lane, as carries, kind of all over the place. And I think it was one of the most banned heroes of the last major, or the Manila Masters.
Yeah, I believe you are absolutely correct. It was definitely up there.
And he hasn't even gotten nerfed that much. Solar Crest got nerfed a little, so it only gives you 20% evasion instead of 25. But
still
past that,
really
it's still really effective as an item. So Bristleback, man, still a hero.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, he as a hero wasn't touched at all in the recent 7.06E, was he? Not a single number changed on himself.
He was very unpicked for a long time, though. It was pretty much just complexity that I saw grabbing him.
He deserves his spot. I'm sure when last talking about heroes that did have their numbers changed, Veno, he got that Agi game buff purge.
And his poison sting damage actually went up a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Up to 30 damage per second at level 4. That's kind of ridiculous. That's like 450 magic damage with one auto attack from your hero.
I mean, magic damage as a whole from this hero can get absolutely ridiculous, can't he?
Yeah, and you kind of just control a lot of space with it. Put wards all over the fight and slow everybody repeatedly.
I guess it's really good against like Bristle and Night Stalker, two heroes. They're just going to want to constantly kind of run in and kind of run at you around the fight.
It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. It's usually historically it's best against Blink Dagger heroes because you put the wards all over a place where somebody might initiate. Therefore, when they attack you, the Blink Dagger gets interrupted. It's going to be okay for slowing people. I mean, that's going to be the better benefit in my opinion. But
I guess it gives a little bit of control to allow the TB to punch into people.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll do 15 damage per second as well. So half of the new buffed amount for 15 seconds is actually a very long time. So it's not too bad. That's what 225 magic damage per Plague Ward hitting you over 15 seconds. Can't beat it.
There we go. DK picked up, so LGD starting to get himself a bit of armor.
Wow,
that is such
a good pick.
That is such a good pick.
I'm looking at LG and I'm like, man, they were real tanky. Dragon Knight tanky, Bristleback tanky, Night Stalker tanky.
3
Timbersaw.
strength melee heroes.
Goodbye.
Oh,
this is like the one time where Timber's actually going to get the perk where that enhances your Whirling Death stat removal thing. It's so good this game.
That is so good.
So it's just he's gonna remove their a big portion of their base strength, or the strength that they have, which lowers their HP, which makes them super burstable, and he does all pure damage. So who cares if they have high armor?
I mean, that just seems, and especially again, like with the just having that sort of slow, it's going to be so easy for the Timbersaw to make sure that he consistently gets the hits off with the chakram and such. That is, I mean, it could be nasty.
In some ways, Night Stalker, Crystal Maiden, Dragon Knight are dangerous because they do have a lot of lockdown. The Crippling Fear is dangerous. Crystal Maiden's Frostbite is very dangerous. Dragon Knight Stun's pretty low cooldown, pretty high uptime.
Do you think we'll expect to see the Timber build specifically against that, getting early Yules in the build?
He's going to get a fast Lotus Orb, that's it.
Fast Lotus.
And he might get it before Bloodstone, might get it afterwards. He could go with Yules as well. Those are usually your go-tos. And you can even reflect like Nasal Goo easily, which may not seem like a lot, but it's a decent slow even upon one application. So.
Yeah. And I bet LGD.Forever Young are kicking themselves as well, because you look at their bans.
Absolutely.
You know, they banned Darkseer Legion and Earthshaker, other heroes that absolutely love going against heroes that are going to be grouping up and focusing on the same target, these melee heroes, and then they're like, oh my goodness, maybe they would have rather banned the Timbersaw than, say, the Legion or the Darkseer. But it's a hard call. They're all very good heroes in this situation.
Yeah.
Legion very good against Bristleback for just being able to force him to face you and easily have a better time of getting him down. Yeah. It's a hard way for LGD to... I mean, anytime, you're going to be running 3 strength heroes, you're going to leave yourself a little open to it. And OG, finishing off with the Slardar pick, so it will be, by the looks of it, the Timbersaw mid? No. Are we getting a Venom? They picked Zeus. Right, GG. Why have they picked Zeus? I mean, I guess it's great against Terrorblade, but it's a Zeus. The last game, in Dream League, I believe Weehar played Zeus. Someone played Zeus, and it was not great. It was not good.
I mean, it's definitely not a hero that's seen as really strong, but I mean, there's kind of weak disables from OG, so I think if he just sits, I mean, this is the formation of their strat. They've got 2 to 3 super tanky heroes. Those guys get in the front. They keep everybody busy, and Zeus just sits on the back, pinging out lightning.
Oh, so this is a Zeus?
I don't know. I can't read that name. What? How am I supposed to?
Where's he playing?
I don't know.
Where is this Zeus going?
Monet is typically their mid, I believe. No, it's going to be super. Super's
no,
going
super,
mid
we
for
got
sure.
Super in the mid for sure. So is this a Zeus support?
It could be. I'm not saying it's good.
I gotta be honest. I'm looking at this, and I would love for this to work for LGD.Forever Young, but then it's OG with a draft that looks strong. They have their Terrorblade. I mean, if LGD.FY can do this, this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing.
It also hurts that OG did put Slardar as an offlane hero. That has historically hasn't been the case in a long time. We haven't seen Slardar there for a while, but Venom's support can definitely work, though. He's going to be able to get a lot of experience. Possibly in the jungle is most likely where he'll start.
Oh, yeah, Veno, yeah, is very good at that, isn't he?
As a whole, OG is pretty good at pushing lanes. LGD.Forever Young is pretty good at pushing lanes. So I see some decent split here. Oh, I need to turn off this.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Production purge, get on it. Get that overlay off. And, yeah, put some of the... look at this. So hopefully this works. We haven't actually tried it on this one. Put the 2 sliders. Well, I guess we're doing the counter. Oh, some people with some big money. Look at Anna. Anna's gone in.
Good for him.
That's right. Supporting the game.
Turn these on way too early. 1 sec. Oh, check this out.
Here we go. Watch this. Oh, look at that.
Did I time that perfect? Or
that
what?
was perfect. It was with the with Monet doing the charge and everything. Absolutely beautiful.
I don't know what those mean, but I think it means charge or something. All right, let's check out these weird lanes. That's what we care about, right?
Screw OG. We know what they're going to do.
It is an offlane Zeus.
It's an offlane Zeus. He's got 2 mango. He's ready to go.
It's going to be dual offlane, looks like. So Afu here is grabbed a Windlace with a Stout Shield on a support 9-stalker. So he's got 5 base armor. He's got 3.1 regen base, which is really high. So he's just going to try to bully the supports and try to help the Zeus get levels. And as a whole, he can actually bully the Terrorblade pretty decently because the Arc Lightning is going to do a lot of damage, especially if it gets a static field early.
Could this be the answer to the OG Terrorblade? Put a Zeus in his lane.
I mean, beating him in the lane isn't really going to make the hugest difference, but
that's the thing, is you're going to do well in the lane. Well, you've got the potential to do well in the lane, but at the end of the day, you're still a Zeus. If it goes,
which is okay if you're off lane. I think if you're mid, it's kind of dangerous because you're gankable and your armor's low and you're a slow hero as a whole. But I think this could definitely work. I see what they're trying to do with their lineup. It's just I kind of wish for their sake that there wasn't a Timbersaw on the enemy team. It makes it kind of hard.
Yeah, the Timbersaw certainly having the potential to be very strong. Actually, no. Okay, no. I was going to say no. Super's just getting the rune. I was going to say they shouldn't move that away. But yeah, Jerax with the Veno build, as expected, picks up the Blightstone, and I'm sure has been covered a lot of time before. Just mathematically with the wards, it's much quicker than getting the Talon, isn't it? Well, not much quicker, but slightly better.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Talon on a range hero, it's not that great.
No.
It's what, 7 damage bonus, and then if you use the Iron Talon every 20 seconds, it does 40% of its current HP, which is like 400 damage. So if we divide that, is that like 20 damage a second or something? I'm not sure. It's basically 400 divided by 20, so it's probably 20. Yeah, so it's about 20 damage per second. And that's 500 gold. So instead, you could just buy a Blightstone and amplify all of the damage you do by like 12%, including the Plague Ward damage.
It makes a difference as well when you start to go around the map and look at killing heroes.
That's true.
Definitely worth there. So.
They'll have the slots. So they're just going to abuse the Veno cheese a little bit since their opponent's lanes are a little static. Night Stalker definitely can mess with them, though. So that's maybe one place that the Veno's got to be careful is if the Night Stalker shows up. And this is why OG warded the cliff by the bot rune. That way, it's going to spot where the Night Stalker is going, and then if Jerax needs a ditch, he can.
Yeah, so we'll see. And we will see if LFY can punish that. But as you said, OG are certainly kitted up in a matter that's going to make it very hard for Afu to do anything about that Veno early on. And we'll see. I mean, as you said, this bottom lane, they may be able to slow down No-Tail at the start, but it's not necessarily going to set the pace for the game unless they can do something fantastic. And I guess at the same time, they do have a CM who, quite like the Veno, is looking to get those early levels. But it may not be as greedy with the time in the jungle, but at least for the early laning stage, we'll spend some time in there. Yeah,
the fast level 2 will help a lot for Zeus, actually. It's what, every 65 seconds you get 1 arc laning? God, that's not very good. But definitely fast Soul Ring. He's picked up 2 mangoes here. He's already got it queued up. Soul Ring is one of the best mana efficient items in the game for just outputting an insane amount of mana. So that's his goal here. They're actually doing a great job bullying No-Tail.
Yeah, he's certainly respecting the Zeus.
I mean, he's only got 2 last hits. He's having a tough one here.
Oh, the Zeus pick working out.
so far. I mean, it's
For
only a
the
minute
first
and a half.
yeah.
Never know.
We'll see how it goes on. The top lane, S4, on that offlane Slido, as you said, a little bit interesting, as most of the time we do normally see that Slido in the support capacity. Going 1v1 against the Bristle, I mean, that seems like it's a bit of a tricky lane, isn't it, for the Slido?
Absolutely. Bristle's actually pretty good at 1v1s, and Slido's got to be really careful here. He's got pretty high armor, so it shouldn't be terrible, but no Quelling Blade just yet for him, but he's doing fine. 8 last hits.
Right, bottom lane, the duo gets it. The double, the Zeus, the Night Stalker, getting them first blood as they chase down Fly. Just caught a little slightly out of position there by the pull camp. And what a great way for the Zeus to begin. You know, already having that potential, as you said, this brilliant time on the Sol Ring. Life is not going to get any easier for Notel down there. This
is kind of a cool way to make this work, too. He did use Sol Ring. He's getting really blocked on the ball lane, though.
Really nicely done that by Notel, and yeah, with the Metamorphosis, he's going to have a go at this, and they're going to get it, so they'll punish the Zeus. And not
pretty
quite
big mistake.
What he wanted to happen there.
Yeah, he was bolting the ground looking for wards and things like that, but ends up just getting slowed down all the way for by Notel. Pretty good kill.
Look at this rotation, Purge. They're bringing in the CM. She's level 2. She's got Arfu with him. They're going to look for Fly. Fly was actually in the high ground, though, so in a good position to pop it. We'll see if they can chase for. They'd rather go for Notel. Notel is going to look to duke it out through the tree line. Arfu looking for the cutoff. We'll find him here. Can't quite get the Void off, in fact. The Duke's too much initially. Now the Bolt comes through with the Void. DDC needs to try and get in range for the Frostbite, but nicely done from Fly. Really nice Hex there to stop DDC getting it.
Yeah, he absolutely had to do that. Otherwise, it was going to be a dead ally. Burns a lot of his mana as the downside. Level 1 Hex is not the best ability, but he threw it on the right person and no Frostbite to follow up. But either way, Notel giving himself a lot of space by moving in that direction to escape.
Notel's actually come back in here. And this time, you know, Fly's not really in a position to help him, but...
Was DDC going to do 20 damage before armor reduction to Notel repeatedly? Is that what's about to happen? That's approximately 11 damage per right click to the Terrorblade. It's pretty big stuff. You got to worry.
You got to add those numbers up. There you go. He's going to miss the Void there. Oh, at least now he gets the big crit. He gets the big crit.
Like, Terrorblade actually regens almost as much HP as Crystal Maiden does right-clicking right now, due to the poor man shield. It's not good.
He's level 10. Wait until he's level 10.
You're right. That'll change everything.
And then DDC will be doing it. Unfortunately, a little bit of a DC. Jarex is out. Well, look at the other lanes, though. Mid lane, we've not really talked about it too much. Right, Anna, 26 for 5. Super 20 for 4. So, all things said, I guess with the Breathe Fire, it's not surprising that the DK's been able to keep up this much with the Timber, but... You know, Super's got to be pretty happy, I feel, with the way that this lane's going. You know, he's not getting beaten out of the lane by a Timbersaw, which can be scary if you're a DK.
I mean, it kind of looks like a lane to me where everything's about equal. Like, you can hit the Dragonite a lot, but it's not like the right click from Timber is amazing either. So it's kind of just you take turns getting farm. And yeah, Anna's going to be able to spam out Whirling Death. That part's becoming decently effective, but it's mostly just because he rushed Soul Ring and he got an Infused Raindrop. So he's just trying to amplify the magic he gets so he kind of can maybe last hit more than Super can.
Look at this. Arfu, he went on a bit of a journey through the jungle, finds himself a Venomancer, picks up the kill.
Well, looking at the courier, wants to kill it, but he can't. But either way, good rotation for him. He's still got CM Aura, so he doesn't even have to go back to base. Maybe he can rotate back to the safe lane. The enemy safe lane, that is. Get a kill, perhaps.
Yeah, good look to set up. DDC's in the name, but DDC has an Invis rune. They certainly have all the ingredients for a very good attempt to something down bottom. Notel.
So you could have Nova too.
Relatively low. They're going to be baited into a bit of an attempt onto Zeus. So let's see if they can turn this around there with the Frostbite to stop the shackles. Now the wraparound from Arfu, who has one Void to play with. He'll look for Fly. Just start around with the right click. Notel going for the TP. If they can get the Void though, no, Arfu doesn't get the vision. Looks to go for the easier kill, and they will take down the Shaman.
That's still super worth it. I really like how Crystal Maiden did that as well. Because if they go on the Zeus, then all of a sudden the Shadow Shaman wastes both spells and both mana. So even in an elongated fight, he doesn't have an extra shackle or whatever else. Super's going to get ganked mid though. Yeah,
long wraparound coming here from S4, but quick Dragon Tail to stop the crush. Super. He's going to survive that. Very nice reactions there from the DK. And off the back of a lane swap as well, Notel, after TPing out from the bottom, he says screw that lane. He's up to the top. He's not getting a lot of CS.
S4's going to die. Jungle.
Oh, shoot. They've come back in.
Ooh, that was really... He got actually super low there, but got there just in time to lower him.
But all things, this is looking, laning stage-wise, it seems like their idea is working out. The rotations, the laning, the hero matchups. It's not going bad at all for them. Top lane as well, 36 for 8 against the 18. You know, Mone's getting pretty much free farm up here on this Bristle.
Timber's getting a bit low mid. Just Super and Anna hitting each other, but He's trying to bait things out for Fly to rotate in. Fly's gone 2 points in shackles actually, so really good damage output. But he's very one-dimensional in what he can do to help out.
This Arfu flaps his way across the tree line. The Dragon Tails there, mid timber chain to hold back Ana. An LFY, 4th kill. Rotation not even needed really there, as Super managed to do that pretty much on his own. Top lane. I mean, NoTail, you know, he's come up here, but it's still not an easy lane because of the start that Monet had. He's level 6. Yeah, this Terrorblade's got to be careful. So only just hitting level 5 himself, NoTail.
Yeah, that's very tough for him actually. It was super effective, the Zeus.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot had. Oh, they're gonna get a kill point. S4 gets picked off by another rotation. A lot of it had to do with the fact that Zeus could kill the illusions very easily, like between right clicks and arc lightning. Killing the illusions was cake, and you know, TB without metamorphosis is actually like he's very survivable, but his lane contribution is kind of weak. And the other problem is that they had a jungle Venomancer. Maybe the Veno could have like helped Trilane at the start or something, but it was just better for him to jungle. So it's like Veno's start was traded off here. Fly's going to go down mid as well.
Mid lane, Super goes for the solo kill. Ana will be there with the TP round and goes in for the chakram. Needs to try and slow him down to allow S4 to get the crush, but again, Super being very smart with these Dragon Tails. Every time just looking to hold back S4 so we can't get locked down. The rest of the team moving in now. Ana's got to be careful. Arfu making a beeline straight for him with the phase boots and the Void. LFY. 7th kill here in 7 minutes. Dude, and I'm loving what they're doing here, Purge. This is great.
The Zeus last pick actually helped their draft so much because they had a lot of damage bombs. They were gonna have issues actually killing heroes like Timbersaw. He's gonna die again.
He's not quite level 6 here. He'll turn around, put the stick charges. It's not enough. This laning state, this early game is proven to be an absolute walk in the park for LFY.
Yeah. 3 of their heroes had pretty good bursts before: the Dragon Knight, the Night Stalker, and the Crystal Maiden, but then throwing the Zeus on top of that, they already have plenty of disable. Now they just need a little bit more nuke, and putting a Zeus is like damage overload. That's the equivalent like 2 times of any of these single heroes. So now their early rotations even kill the Timbersaw are cake. It's just so simple, and they have so many disable from the other guys that Timbersaw doesn't even look like a good pick anymore. Honestly, do you feel like LFY maybe baited them?
I wonder. I mean, as we said, we knew that they were aware of that with their other targeted bans, leaving him in. And maybe, you know, that's the case. They win this laning stage. They have this DK Bristleback dual core that's going to be fantastic at just pushing down the lanes and fighting and going at a tempo that OG's lineups, they're going to struggle to keep up with it. If LFY can keep the game going in this direction, they can shut this down within 20 minutes.
They will pressure the safe lane at least, but almost everybody on OG is going to rotate over.
Yeah, OG's got to slow them down somehow.
Jax did pick up a Midas, and again, this is kind of the big sacrifice that OG had here, was letting the Venomancer jungle to full speed.
Yeah.
But he's got to turn this into something pretty soon, because they are playing really far behind.
Breathe Fire cleans out the illusions. NoTail, he has to be so careful. He does at least have the level 6 now, but as we've seen before, between the Dragon Tail and the Frostbite, there's very little chance for him to get the Sunder off. They'll lose the tower. NoTail, he TP's straight out. They'll pop the ultimate just to see if he's still hanging around, but he is out of there, NoTail. LFY getting the job done.
So they rotate to the mid lane to try to push that a little bit, but instantly LFY will do the same. Teleporting in here. 2 heroes ready. They can catch NoTail. He doesn't have Sunder mana either.
He does not, yeah. Even this, just 1 stick charge, that is not enough. It's coming straight around for the sideline, Arfu. Questioning if he can get involved in this, but he will hold back, not wanting to go too far. But at the least, they stop the push from OG. LFY now getting these fantastic item timings up as well. 10 minutes in, we've got the treads and drums complete on Super. It's on the way out. I mean, once the Veil's done on the Zeus, this is, everything's coming together for these fights that are going to be so hard for OG to turn up to at this stage.
Yeah, pretty much everything is reliant on S4 getting a Blink Dagger, I feel, because if he can initiate with a stun while Veno ultis, while Timber does a combo, they can definitely kill some heroes at the start of the fight, but otherwise it's actually really difficult for them to grab LFY heroes and kill them. Unless it's like somebody way out of position and Shadow Shaman uses Shackle. Like, I just don't see a lot of these heroes dying.
Yeah, they're incredibly it definitely damages the issue. Unless Ana can get the chance to get some good timber chains off by the trees with the Whirling Death. I mean, still even at that, these heroes are going to be hard to cut down. Super, he's got an Arcane Rune in the pocket next time, ready for when they want to go with the ultimate form.
That's so good, actually. Lowering the cooldown on your ultimate changes everything for the hero.
Especially in this kind of game when you're looking to play at the pace they are.
Yeah. So they're going to push forward, trying to do their own pressure. Looks like LFY is going to respond, actually. Thought maybe they'd go for some split push, considering how survivable they are, but I guess that's what they're doing. They're a little bit of everything. Leave 2 heroes top, leave the Bristle mid. He's going to be completely fine there.
There we go. Coming in onto the top lane Fly. So if you get looking onto DDC, we'll see how much backup they come in for. S4 is going to go straight in onto the Zeus. Anna is in there with the damage of the Chakram, and Zeus is down. They'll give themselves the first kill.
Ooh.
Fly as well. A lot of hate for the CM. Drops the Serpent wards along with the lockdown just to get that kill. That's quite a committal of an ultimate for a CM. But I guess
no, it's super worth it.
Worth it at this stage in the game. That's kind of what falling through your fingers like this.
If you're a 5 position and you get a solo kill on an enemy hero, it's super worth it.
Even if it's just the CM.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's so early in the game that any kill is worth it. She loses gold, you gain gold. Yes, you would love to maybe put that on a tower, but any pro team is going to react anyways. And there's just rare times you're going to put those wards down and they're going to be effective against enemy heroes anyways. So he even gets a small camp out of it. Like, that's absolutely worth it for CM, or for Shadow Shaman, because that also could have gone the other way. Maybe CM kills you.
Yeah, I guess that's for sure, not knowing what could be around the corner. As other than that, LFY been very good at turning up and looking to turn around fights. But yeah, losing the Zeus there, certainly a bit of a kick in the teeth for LFY. He's very close to having that Veil done. Just needs about 400 more gold.
That'll be really good. Very effective damage amplifier. Everybody on his team does magic damage too, except for Bristle, so I think it's going to be worth it. May really hurt what OG works for. Timbersaw is going for a fast hood to get a lot of magic resistance, and that's definitely what he needs, but still a lot of other damage sources to worry about.
Hiding in the trees. Has Jerax with him.
He's got an Invis rune, but it's almost out. And that Midas is burning a hole in his pocket right now.
Yeah, he wants to use that. Come on, Jerax.
Team fight's more important, though. Winning in a fight, it's way different.
Doesn't actually have any points in the ultimate yet, though, Jerax.
Yeah. And he has fully skilled. That's okay, though. I think Venomous scales amazing in terms of the damage that it does per level. And it looks like he's just comfortable doing a bit of both. So once you grab your ultimate, that's your whole mana pool. Whereas spamming wards, galing once or twice, I mean, he's definitely going to die now. But
Jack's in a lot of trouble there as the wraparound comes through. LGD.Forever young. Smoke up and straight in. Venomancer are down and out. OG trying to make use of their time mid. Fly with the wards back up. Drops them on the mid tier 1. There will be a Bristleback TPing in as Monet will be there to defend. May see if he can farm up some of these wards. And certainly looks like he's going to get the chance to in this middle lane. So again, they'll continue to hold on to this tower. Bottom lane super going for a bit of a solo push here. Does have to be careful as Anna will start to dance around with him.
Night Stalker's diving on the Shadow Shaman. He will get a TP out on time though.
Yeah, quick reactions from Fly, realizing no further lockdown from LFY. Bottom lane, they continue to play around. Look, Anna was going around for super, but this is given time for the rest of LGD.Forever Young to get themselves down here. There'll be a TP in from OG. Jerax slowing them down. The first, look, it's not going to be enough.
Okay.
Anna's down. The bait was successful.
I thought he was going to maybe get away there. The silence came a bit too late to secure it, but their damage output is just still amazing. Works out. Tower's going to be a little pressured. They didn't get much corrosive haze damage on the tower, or whatever the heck it's called now. Not corrosive haze. Corrosive breath, excuse me.
Corrosive breath?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's
the dragon. The dragon.
Too many corrosive things. We've got corrosive breaths, corrosive haze.
Very close to blink on Slar. This would be the best time to gank him, and that's why they're shifting towards mid, but
he should be fine. He's got haste rune as well,
and the S4 rune.
The classic. Absolutely. And yeah, we can really see net worth just that, the top 3, this DK, Super and Monet, in exactly the position they want to be. It really seems like so far, 15 minutes in, LFY, they had an idea, as understandably you would as well. If you're going up against OG, you're going to be theory crafting everything. You're going to be thinking about every way that you can deal with their Nagas, with the Terrorblades, with their Alchemists. Yeah. And it certainly seems that their plan to deal with the Terrorblade strat of OG so far in the early stages is working. Top lane, though, indeed. S4 finding the perfect target with that Blink Dagger reveal.
He's actually pretty tanky.
Can he get him? Surely he can't survive it. Notel's just gone for the TP out. He's terrified, and it looks like he will. He said, no, okay. S4 comes in, makes sure he gets the cleanup, goes for the TP out. Nearly slipping through their fingers, but S4 makes sure that they do get out with the successful takedown.
It's really nice play there by S4. Runs away, makes him think that he's given up, and then he blinks back in. Definitely the move to do. Because if the Zeus keeps nuking or casting a spell on the ground, then his Blink Dagger keeps getting interrupted. So solid plays. A lot of health regen perks going around here. Terrorblade and Slar. Did you know they had the same perk at level 10?
Was it the
6 health, dude.
Oh, that they...
Agi on Slar. Come on. Venom's going to get picked off in the mid lane, though. Arcane Boots for him. He's got his ult, but nothing gets thrown out. And he hasn't really felt
which
very
talent's
effective.
the same?
The +6 health regen.
No, Slark didn't have that.
I said Slardar.
Oh, you said Slardar. I heard Slark, Kevin.
You always hear Slark.
I love Slark.
You want to talk about
Slark? You said
Slark,
Kevin?
Let's talk about Slark. Blink Dagger up on the Dragon Knight for initiation purposes is a great item build.
Okay.
The hero definitely has a lot of mobility issues, and enhancing that with a drum and a blink follow-up is great. His HP is already fantastic. Just needs an ability to the ability to catch up, really.
I do like this, though. Yeah, OG straight into the pit. Getting this Roshan could really help them just slow down what LFY has been trying to do if they can have that extra life. Yeah. See if LGD.Forever know this. They're heading over there.
It's going to be close. They're going to get it, though.
Yeah, No Touch should be able to finish it off. No trouble with the wards. But Herax pops out the ultimate. Does manage to get, I believe, just the two of them in the target there. No, he got Monet as well. Oh, good Sunder. It's not enough to save him, though. The silence comes out in return. They'll beat down upon him once. They've already managed to take out the two of them. S4 and Fly on the sidelines. They're going to look to go for No Tail again, and he's so damn squishy. They'll get him with the nukes. Jerax tries to turn and hold them back with a Gale, but it's not going to be enough. Monet comes in, brings down the double kill. Maybe they're not done yet. Super is trying to set up for more with the Dragon Tail onto Ana. The rest of the team are coming across. Arfu ready to go. Super pops the drums. They would love to get the team up. They're diving pretty deep for this, but there's no one else alive. So they know they've got a good chance of getting away with this.
Ooh,
Ana's going to miss the Timber Chain, and that will cost him his life. As LGD Forever Young, 17.5 minutes in, 17-4. They didn't get the Roshan, but it didn't matter.
They might go for the Night Stalker kill at least. Maybe.
It's coming back. I mean,
No Tail's going to die. No, that's such a big mistake.
Oh my goodness, Kevin. He's done it. He's given his life up a second time.
Oh man,
that's got to be a frustration play. I think OG have been well and truly caught off guard here by this just really smart drafts, smart players, smart tactics that I didn't expect. I don't think OG expected, and LGD.Forever they're smiling at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Their draft is completely hitting the mark here, and OG's damage output just isn't there yet. Like if we don't see like Veno combos on the enemy team with Timbersaw doing whatever he wants for a couple seconds, they just don't have damage output. Like, it's going to take a long time, actually, until Terrorblade is even ready this game.
A long time. And the blood is going to keep coming unless S4 can get his way out. He's going to head into the tree lane, but Arfu is coming across, and there we have it. The vision from the Thunder God's Wrath, allowing them to jump in, clean up another. It's all falling apart for you. We've got... Do you want to get the damage up? Let's have a look at the hero's damage, Kev. Let's see if this works. Damage down. Let's give it a
damage dealt. Here we go.
What are we seeing? So there we are. Look at this Zeus.
That's Zeus, man.
Look at the Zeus. Look at that
huge numbers. And everybody on the Radiant side, not even comparable, man.
No. Closest is
Venomancer, but that's always inflated. That's like the Zeus factor that your poison damage hits somebody and it kind of counteracts the regen, but it counts as damage dealt.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, slow.
I haven't felt his impact. I almost think that Jerax honestly should have just sat in his lane as a support and maybe tri-laned a little bit.
Well, and try to help No Tail out a little bit more at the start.
Like maybe kill the Night Stalker, maybe kill the Zeus a few times. Like if you have a Veno and a Shadow Shaman and a Terrorblade, then it becomes a lot easier to run at your opponent, because as soon as you land a Gale, you know whether it's time to go. Whereas if you're Terrorblade and you're scared to press Metamorphosis in the wrong time, like as long as the Night Stalker holds his Void ability, no matter what, he's gonna be able to interrupt his opponent.
Actually, if you have a scroll, can we see has anyone been feeding a lot of money with the Serpent wards, the Poison wards that added up? Anything major? Not really.
Terrorblade Illusion spent a couple per hero or something.
That's like an extra 100 gold for the DKs we see. So not really anything too out of the ordinary there. But LFY with the smoke movement ready to go. I mean, this could get even more painful for OG if they get a good jump on it. Who is that in the mid lane? It's Ana. He's a bit of a tanky one, but they can certainly bring him down. He has the hood. I don't know if it's going to be enough to save him as they close in. Super's there as well. He's been silenced. He's been shut up. The Thunder God's Wrath comes in. He'll pop the stick charges, trying to survive. He'll go... Ooh, can he get out?
No way. Oh, okay. He almost made it.
He almost made it.
I was like, there's no way that was the most optimistic TP, but in his defense, the only chance he gets out.
Look
very
at this.
Close.
You know, they're going for a kill mid, but instantly, LGD.Forever Young, they've got money down bottom, setting up for another. 21-4. Oh my goodness. OG fans won't be feeling great, but people that are not a fan of the OG Terrorblade and such, they're going to be feeling over the moon after this, because LGD.Forever, they've got the answer, Purge.
And they barely have enough damage. They already have a pipe finish on Bristleback, and that's exactly what Night Stalker is building as well. Just a mere 350 gold away from that.
Wow.
Super grabbing a courier as well. Another snag here.
I mean, can OG, how do OG slow this down? Can they slow this down?
I don't know if they can. They don't really have enough damage output here. It's basically Timbersaw with Veno ulti. Maybe when the Veno hits 12, if they get like a Veil or something, but even that against Pipe is not good.
Jarex is coming in from the side. LGD.Forever Young still sticking around. But yeah, it's at the grim moment where, you know, for OG, where you look at the net worth and highest on their board is Ana. He's on par with the roaming Arfu Night Stalker. That is not a place you want to be. They're just so far ahead. Overall, 12k gold lead at this stage of the game. And yeah, already eliminating that one tier 3 in the middle lane, opening up those shrines and such. They'll be able to have very good map control. It's going to be so hard for NoTail to be able to come out and get the farm. He needs to get himself back in, and he's making a beeline straight for the BKB. It's the only thing that you can really do at this stage.
It's way too many disables, way too many nukes. He just has to be able to keep his health up, and then maybe last moment get a Sunder off or run away once BKB is ending. Something like that is his best move. So split pushing for now. Try to delay getting caught, but you're going to see another death with the Venomancer falling.
Yeah, getting caught. Anyone that tries to go out and tries to farm on their own, instantly getting punished by these group movements from LGD.Forever Young. It's been relentless, and it has absolutely paid off. How's our little Zeus looking now? Yule Scepter, Veil, and he's going for the Aghanims, which is...
That's good.
Pretty damn good. I mean, if he's out of range, someone gets shackled, he'll be like, don't worry, boys, I'll save you with a global lightning.
Yeah, it's also really good for pushing waves. But I don't know if they need to push waves, and they're going to kill Raxus early. Trying to finish up mid, but Super's getting his armor a little low here.
It's very hard to do that.
Trying to go
pop
in.
the Gale out. I'm trying to question them, but
the
BKB instantly comes out from Super. Not a chance for S4. Instant reactions there. He read S4 like a book.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do they have a ward on the ground? I don't see one, but does it really matter? They're just going to end the game here. 2 racks at 23 minutes it's insane. They're trying to slow things down with Chakram, but they didn't even get to stabilize yet on OG's side. Just the game has been out of control for the last 10 minutes at least. That's just lack of damage on OG. They haven't been able to accelerate. Their laning stage has been out of control. I mean, Terrorblade left at like, what, 7-8 minutes or something to go somewhere else?
Yeah, he went to top lane.
This lane's too hard. I'm out.
And then he walked into a lane with a Monet Bristleback who had a very strong opening, so it didn't get any better for NoTail in terms of finding somewhere to go.
They played it really safe, though. Serpent Wards went down. They ditched the bot racks. They're just going to take shrines at this point. Definitely don't want to push their luck. Any kills that happen are going to push things in the other direction and possibly make the game out of hand.
Oh, look, this is nice as well. And a lot of good reasons why this item's great for DTC. He picked up a rod on the CM this game.
Yeah, it's good.
Extra bit of control.
Super long range route against the Timbersaw is good. Even against like Slardar, if you can hit him before he blinks, get some damage follow up, could be really good. And he's also gone for the magic resistance aura. We don't often see this on CM, but I think against a Veno, it's really smart. I can't complain too much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I guess the rod's nice as well. What for the extra bit of health?
Yep, health, tiny bit of armor.
Tank up a little bit.
6
and
agility.
Especially with the build-up now, the fact that it braces into it, that's great for a CM. Well, top lane, they've managed to find a catch here. Fly, he's gone. Anna, can he get himself away from this? He's got a TP, but Arfu's draining across the tree line with the silence. They'll look to surround him, and this is a fresh Bloodstone that's going to be hurt. Is he going to kill himself? He's going to try for the TP out. He should have killed himself. Bloodstone charges are gone. Arfu gets the kill. And the slaughter just continues. 25 kills, 25 minutes in. LFY, I think this is a team coming into it that people maybe didn't know what to expect from them. And granted, it is just the first game, but what a first game to have. Turning up and playing against OG in this fashion with this kind of strat. As it was said, it's so apparent that they've thought very carefully about how to beat OG, and the plan seems pretty flawless.
Yeah. I mean, OG is not an easy team to beat. They did have a disappointing result in Manila Masters, but considering their tournament win likelihood or top 2 placement, I think we can give them some slack. But with this game starting, it definitely looks great for LFY. They just really put themselves on the right foot. OG looked a little too greedy with their picks, and maybe with their play too. So Venomancer wants to finish the Solar Crest. I don't know if that's going to make a big enough difference, but could actually help a lot if the Timbersaw is the guy in the front taking the damage. So Maybe if they can get all of LFY to focus on him while they hit the backline or drop a really good Venomancer ulti. Like, the barrier only blocks so much damage.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a lot, but only so much. Just 400. Twice.
It adds up. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. But there we have as well. Notel pretty much has that BKB done. So at least he is less susceptible to being blown up straight away in these fights. But still, obviously, the question is going to come whether the damage is actually there. But yeah, maybe with the slows and stuff, if he's able to beat into them long enough with the Metamorphosis, there is a chance for them to get something out of these trades. But it's still, obviously, just with the situation this game is looking so hard for OG.
Yeah, S4 doing everything he can to push out top and does a little bit. But Slardar, historically, not the best pushing hero.
Yeah, what's he going for item-wise? It has the force.
Probably will BKB afterwards.
BKB, I mean, BKBs really do seem like a necessity for everyone.
He might Shadow Blade, but Shadow Blade's kind of bad too because of Zeus's Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
So it's a really tough game for him. Ags is up now, so...
I mean, considering that as well, I mean, Ana, he's queuing up the Lotus Orb. Is there a reason why he doesn't get a BKB and still goes for the Lotus Orb in a game like this?
BKB is just kind of iffy on Timber.
Yeah.
Like, being able to remove a silence whenever you want is so much better than thinking, oh, I have to commit BKB because I got silence and I might die here. I think this is the better move as an item. Not to mention, people are going to cast spells on you. And it's a Zeus as well. There's a lot of really good things to reflect with Lotus Orb, actually.
That's true. A lot of points out, yeah.
Atos, Frostbite,
everyone's got
silence.
A spell.
Basically everybody's, yeah. Reflect Dragonite Stone, reflect Dragonite's Heaven's Halberd. There's so many good things.
Yeah, you've sold it to me. Yeah, BKB, yeah, never.
Five Lotus Orbs this game. Yeah. Maybe not every game, but definitely often. Zeus actually going to get picked off by Ana here with Fly.
Oh, drop the wards, take the kill.
Yeah, really nicely done. They basically just pushed up the lane. They blinked forward initiating with Fly, and Ana did most of the damage. He's going to probably have to suicide this time, though.
Now let's see if he kills himself. I'm sure he'll realize he needs to, and he will. He'll drop.
Wait until the last moment, at least.
Yeah, you've got to do it smoothly. You've got to keep us casters on edge.
Make him waste a couple more seconds. You never know.
Waste that extra spell.
Trying to mess with the mid lane as well. Doesn't work out so hot. Diffusal Blade's going to be the next pickup for Terrorblade, actually.
Okay.
Kind of an interesting choice, but I guess this is one way to deal with Bristleback. Drain all of his mana, and that way he won't be able to cast more quills. It's actually a good solution. Silences or mana drain against Bristle can be effective.
Top lane, S4 being eyed up by both Super and Arfu, and he is looking like he's in a lot of trouble. Notel in the neighborhood, not for long. He's out of there. He says goodbye, S4. LFY take the kill. Monet actually moving over on his own. Rather close to the three of them. I mean, obviously not a lot of fear that he has for the side of OG at the moment with the size that he is. At this stage of the game, 30 minutes in.
Ooh, the 300 mana perk. Amazing for Night Stalker. Grosses me out. I hate that perk so much.
Why?
Why?
Oh, wait. Oh, he's already got 1100 mana. Yeah, you don't need...
I mean, it's okay. It's relatively okay. If he skips Ags, it's fine.
I'll Fly. Getting the shackles here, but this is so hard for them to get. They'll get it.
Yeah, Night Stalker gets here in time as well. No TP for you. Yeah, that's going to be
Ana just getting
hero.
chain locked down.
But realistically, this is about all they can do on the map. They need to kill somebody. They have to kill somebody that has a lot of net worth that's killable. It's not Timbersaw, or it's not Dragonite, and it's not Bristleback. It has to be Zeus every time. So that's why they keep gunning for this guy. Cross the map, go for the blink disable, try to kill him. But he's getting pretty survivable.
Notel in a bit of a rocky place as well down there. But he's got no TP for 15 seconds, and will not want to be showing himself in late. As at the same time, the big push coming through from LFY, ready to look for a second set of racks. 2 men down, a TB on his slow way back to base. They'll get the tower at least here, and maybe even more. Super, no Dragon Form for 20 seconds. S4 jumps in with the crush, but again, there's very little follow-up damage.
There's actually no damage being done by these.
There we go, Ana trying. Silence is there. They'll pop out the ultimate. Does grab a couple of them, and in comes the long wraparound for Notel. And hey, it looks to be working out with the Metamorphosis. Looking towards Super. Super trying to man up with the BKB and Lotus Orb upon him. The shackles are there onto Monet, but again, they can't quite kill the Bristleback force onto the Timber to bring him back up to the high ground. So again, Bristle comes back in, pops the Aegis. Believe was starting to get the end of his exploration anyway.
Oh,
the Lotus Orb, beautifully done! He sunders himself, and no health is changed. The buybacks come out from OG. No-Tail and Fly having to expend them to get back in, but LFY moving forward, diving in deep, killing the Veno. No-Tail trying to do what he can here, but he'll be disarmed and harmed as he's sent flying back to the base. They will lose the CM, but GG is called. OG getting taken down in a pretty brutal opening game here at EPICENTER. Yeah. LGD.Forever Young, they did it, and I'm impressed. I said in the draft, I wasn't expecting this, but they've taught me something here. What a draft, what a game.
It just looked like such a planned thing.
Yeah.
We'll grab all these strength heroes, the heroes they want, make the most obvious Timber pick ever, and then grab that last pick to just blow your opponent's minds. Oh, we'll just do magic damage, dual off lane. Maybe, I think if OG didn't have the Veno, and they maybe had a hero that was more aggressive in the early laning stage, perhaps, I think this game could have been better, because then they could have just tri-laned them, probably killed the Night Stalker repeatedly, maybe the Zeus. That could have definitely opened up the game in a lot of ways. But because they were committed to that jungle hero that's okay at tri-laning, but not amazing, they got put in this weird spot. And man, LGD just made it work. Really good play from them.
I mean, are we going to see in the rest of this series? How do you deal with that? Do you just not pick Terrorblade, or do you ban Zeus? Or?
I just think it was a one-off thing a little bit.
How do you change what happened in this draft?
I don't really think that. I just think it's the Veno personally. Maybe the greedy Veno pick. He was picked in second phase right off the start. I think it was third pick, if I'm not mistaken, because their opponents then picked their fourth hero, which is a strength hero, and then they responded the Timber Saw, I believe. Yeah. Maybe delay the Shadow Shaman pick until you have more. I'm sorry, the Veno pick until you have more information, or maybe commit him to the tri-lane a bit more. I feel like that's where they went a bit wrong. They're just way too much jungling. And afterwards, they rotated him to offlane, try to get stuff done, but they were so far behind, it didn't really feel effective. And maybe Slaughter wasn't the right pick either. I'd maybe swap Slaughter. Okay. Slaughter maybe, Veno maybe.
Slaughter and the Veno are the two questions. I'm sure we'll certainly see that happen. OG needing to change things up here against LGD.Forever Young, who is a team that apparently they did their homework, they came in with the answers, and they said no to the No-Tail Terrorblade, beating it down in an incredible game one here. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Purge will be back for game 2 between these two sides, OG versus LGD.FY, in what should only be a few moments. We'll see you very shortly.
Catch the right one.
He's ridiculously tanky as well in the landing stage, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. Very good at trading. Just a little slow, but once it's nighttime, he's going to be really effective. And
very good against the Terrorblade, I guess. Before he has that Manta, he is a nightmare for the TB. Terrorblade is squishy, and he's got no way to play his way out of the ridiculous length of silence. What's it nighttime? So, 8 seconds. So, the strongest, well, I guess not the strongest silence in the game. How long's Techie's silence? Similar,
6 or something?
That's stronger than Techie's.
Crippling Fear is way better.
Stronger than
12?
Suicide. There we go.
8-second duration, dude.
Yeah, 8 seconds. It's
not Suicide, it's called Blast Off, I believe. Completely
Is it
different.
called Blast Off?
Yes. It's not about killing yourself
Do you know
anymore.
what else is Blast Off?
Doing something dangerous.
Did you ever watch Jimmy Neutron?
That was a little bit too young for me.
Too young for you?
Yeah, I was in like middle school. That was like children's crap.
Yeah, you were blasting someone else off, yeah.
Beast Wars? You ever watch Beast Wars?
What the hell is Beast Wars?
That's like Transformers, basically.
But with beasts? What, like animals that
they landed on a planet, and it was like old Earth, and the only thing to like transform into was like animals. Pretty baller. Good series, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched it in forever. Maybe
I've never heard of Beast Wars. It sounds like some kind of website that would be banned.
You just keep bringing up this. Are you trying to get fired day one?
What? Trying to bring up what?
That's the second innuendo you've dropped already.
I'm not dropping anything.
You want to drop something about Bristleback's nasal goo?
That isn't sexual in any way, Kevin.
Could be.
It's nasal goo. New meta, and here we go already. Opening picks. Shadow Shaman. You're a Shadow Shaman kind of guy, aren't you, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm fairly into it. He's got a lot of disables. I saw, who was it? Effing Mad playing mid a couple weeks ago, and he went like all movement speed. Yeah. No, he went like all movement speed. Okay. He went like Tranquils, Drum, Yules, something weird. I don't think we'll see it like that, but you never know. Maybe he was testing some things out for OG here.
Is he here? Do we know? I know he missed Manila Masters. I think he is here, didn't he? Tweeted. So he is with them at this LAN.
I would assume so. I have not seen them.
I'm sure he'd turn up for this. You don't miss EPICENTER. You really don't.
Yeah, definitely not. This is down to the tournament you want to skip.
Absolutely.
So not too weird picks. Crystal Maiden's still really popular. She's 275 movement speed, which kind of makes sense. She's a very small short hero. Tiny legs.
It does.
How can you run fast?
You know, thematic. You know, everything in Dota makes sense until that. You know, it did, but it didn't when we had the incorrect movements. Now it's perfect.
Yeah, it's true. Except for the flying things and the gyrocopter somehow can put out enough vertical movement. There's really
that
there's
is
not
true.
Enough, there's not enough
that is
thrust
something
there.
that
Let's
we've
be
all
real.
thought about when we've looked at Gyro's
Night Stalker
machine.
can fly all of a sudden.
I was going to talk about flying. And that, I mean, I'm not surprised he's first pick because surely that is incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
that
so
buff
good right
was
now.
insane.
It's like you have an eggs whenever you want to use it, but it only works for like 2 seconds, but still works. That's pretty OP. Very good at roaming. Has very high base armor. He's got the most boring talents known to man, but other than that, great hero. Silence is very effective as well. It's going to be good against Terrorblade there. If you
That's not a thing. That is not a thing, Kevin. Well, here we have it indeed. Bristleback, and interesting. So Bristleback, obviously a very, very strong hero.
Right now, yeah.
I'm looking at that. The Terrorblade, I guess, doesn't care too much about the bristle because you have high armor, or are you still squishy enough that
you have to worry? You don't have to worry about dying as much, but that doesn't mean you can control Bristleback and kill him. Because if he just turns around, he's going to be killing your illusions really fast. That's still going to be a big factor, and not to mention killing your squishy supports like Shadow Shaman. So it could be a little scary, but it's just really popular right now. You just throw it in the front, let him take the damage, and it's easier to play your team fight around it. So that's most of the value. People have been playing it off lane, as carries, kind of all over the place. And I think it was one of the most banned heroes of the last major, or the Minnow Masters, I believe.
I believe you are absolutely correct. It was definitely up there.
And he hasn't even gotten nerfed that much. Solar Crest got nerfed a little, so it only gives you 20% evasion instead of 25. But
still
past that,
really
it's still really effective as an item. So Bristleback, man, still a hero.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, he, as a hero, wasn't touched at all in the recent 7.06, was he? Not a single number changed on himself.
He was very unpicked for a long time, though. It was pretty much just complexity that I saw grabbing him.
He deserves his spot. I'm sure when last talking about heroes that did have their numbers changed, Veno, he got that Agi game buff purge.
And his poison sting damage actually went up a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Up to 30 damage per second at level 4. That's kind of ridiculous. That's like 450 magic damage with one auto attack from your hero.
I mean, magic damage as a whole from this hero can get absolutely ridiculous, can't he?
Yeah, and you kind of just control a lot of space with it. Put wards all over the fight and slow everybody repeatedly.
I guess it's really good against like Bristle and Night Stalker 2 heroes. They're just going to want to constantly kind of run in and kind of run at you around the fight.
It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. It's usually, historically, it's best against Blink Dagger heroes because you put the wards all over a place where somebody might initiate. Therefore, when they attack you, the Blink Dagger gets interrupted. It's going to be okay for slowing people. I mean, that's going to be the better benefit in my opinion, but
yeah, I guess it gives a little bit of control to allow the TB to punch into people.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll do 15 damage per second as well. So half of the new buffed amount for 15 seconds is actually a very long time. So it's not too bad. That's what 225 magic damage per plague ward hitting you over 15 seconds. Can't beat it.
There we go. DK picked up, so LGD starting to get himself a bit of armor.
Ooh,
wow, that is such
a good pick.
That is such a good pick.
I'm looking at LG and I'm like, man, they were real tanky. Dragon Knight tanky, Bristleback tanky, Night Stalker tanky.
3 strength melee heroes.
Goodbye.
Oh,
this is like the one time where Timber's actually going to get the perk where that enhances your Whirling Death stat removal thing. It's so good this game.
That is so good.
So it's just he's gonna remove their a big portion of their base strength, or the strength that they.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you can hear us here. We're just getting everything set up here on stream 2, the magical stream.
Savage,
thanks, Red Eye, and of course the players, as always, having a lot of fun with the in-game sounds on the chat room. I'm Only Pixel. I'm here with Purge. Purge, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Excited to cover the game. We are in stream. Well, technically we're watching Group A.
We're watching Group A.
But we are stream B.
We are stream B. Stream 2, technically, because it's @EPICENTER_EN2, in case you weren't watching, which you might not be if you're in-game. Hopefully you can hear us in-game. Be sure to tweet all your technical issues at Purge, and he will address them. I mean, actually, you've got your Twitter, Purge.
True.
If there are any major issues with the stream, that is the best way to let us know, as we can check it out. But it should be fine. Audio levels are bumping. Everything is flashing. Purge is on production as well, so get ready for some thanks Purge production value, as he will be operating this up. We've got stats, we've got everything. We've got incredible stuff that you're going to love. Stuff that doesn't normally hit stream 2. Normally it's only on the stream 1, so you're in for a treat for this. But we're going to enjoy this as well, because this is the only series we'll be covering here today. There's 2 series obviously on at the same time. VP versus Clutch Gamers is on the main stream, but if, you know, you're a proper Dota fan, you're going to be watching this one. It's OG versus LGD.FY. I'm excited to see LGD.FY. I've not got to see a lot of them. OG, of course, everyone is going to know the state. But it should be interesting. And new tournament, new